Better Grand Master instructor.
Thank you. Bow to third degree and second degree and those at home. All right, you know what we're doing. Doing our warm up. Do you know what the freshman 15 is?
Uh-huh.
You know about that? They have a new one they came out with. I hear on the ads on their, I listen to the radio. In my short commutes to the school and to kick my coffee. You know, I live a mile from here. Anyways, search. They call it the COVID-15 now. Oh, you heard the commercials? Oh, you have heard the commercials?
I haven't heard a commercial, but I've read.
Or no, the quarantine. It's not the COVID. Oh, I messed up. I need to tell my sister. Anyways, it's called the quarantine 15 or something. Because I don't want you to get out and work out and lose that 15 pounds. So, I'd probably, if I had to stay home the whole time, I'd definitely be like, just I guess I'll eat something. I've already fixed everything in my house. So inside, everything's been painted and cleaned and organized. So, but that wasn't the case. Inside. Outside. I'm pleased with y'all's progress. I like seeing that, you know, it's a bit easier to keep track. Yeah, it's kind of like a private lesson. You know, I have a real clear memory of what we've worked on and stuff, and it's not like, oh, 8 people in this, 8 to 15 people in a slight rotation of who's here. You know, like, remind me what we were working on. Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, step forward. I know exactly what we're working on. I did plan to do new moves today, but then I got sidetracked I got pulled away, and I don't feel comfortable. I want to make sure I'm reviewed the moves very well to do new moves. But I will promise you, we'll do new moves next week. Try to do a big chunk of them if I can. Yeah, you'll miss out on it unless you do the live stream. Are you gonna do live stream?
Uh-uh.
No, you're on a boat, or where are you?
I'll be camping.
Camping. No live streams for camping.
The mountains of Colorado.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it violating things to get your phone out and to take a Tai Chi class in the mountains?
There's no cell service.
Oh. Okay.
I'll be totally off the grid.
Okay. And switch. It's so hot outside that yesterday, as I was scanning everyone's forehead, everyone failed. I told someone else that, and they go, yeah, my doctor's office, they say, you know, you better sit in your car with your air conditioning all the way up. Otherwise, when you come in and you fail, we won't be able to do your appointment. I was like, oh, okay. But then it sounds like you could cheat the system and just bring an ice pack with you and put it on your forehead right before you come in. But if I'm sick, I don't want to be out doing anything anyways. Or even if I start to feel like, oh, I must be coming down with something. I'm like, nope. Get someone else to teach class. Or I'll tell you when, guys, review last week's class. I feel like a public school teacher. Everyone take out your notes from last week and review. Okay, John Saji. And switch. Mara washing, cheese soothing method. All right, yin yang balancing, chi mobilizing. All right, circle the hands up. Push the palms down. Sit up. Okay, let's do some progressive reviewing like we did last time. We'll start at, so essentially we kind of repeat the last class but at a quicker pace, and then so we can come across the part you really need sooner for the Xinjia Erlu form. So we're going to start dragging on the ground at a high position, and recall that we're not going all the way low because we're not warmed up, but if you feel okay with it, you can go a little lower. And you bring the foot in, open the hands, monkey hop, and here we go. 1, bringing the foot in, and 2, and 3, bringing the foot in, and 4, and 5, bringing the foot in, and pick up the foot, put on the hand on the hip, scoop the left one in, that's a 1, and 2, bring the right foot up, and 3, and 4, that's the right foot coming up again, right hand stays on the hip, 5. Take your big circles, X and strike, in, X and strike. Keep the foot up if you can, or you can set it down for a second to pivot, and flash the back. Step, X, and sink, and open. Circle, sink, and switch the feet, and punch. All right. Start from an earlier position or that again?
Earlier.
Earlier. All right, so if we start earlier, we're actually starting from the punch. That's what we did last class. We're starting from the same position punch, but a different punch. So we're gonna do the wrap crackers. Scoot up a little bit. So you're on the right hip, you're sunk, you shift and you punch, you go down and you come up. You're up, now you go down, do your first wrap cracker 1. Turn around, wrap cracker 2. And again, and wrap cracker 3. And sweep backwards, wrap cracker 4. And step up, wrap cracker 5. Step up, wrap cracker 6. Turn and punch, punch. Switch the feet, right, left, and slam. Circle in and jump. And then don't jump. Shift to the right and punch. and slide back, and drag it on the ground, bring it in, open the hands, monkey hop, 1, 2, oops, 3, and 4, and 5, and switch it up. Hand on the hip, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Circle the hands for the kick, kick, and step in, and kick, and switch, and drop, and runk, and drop, punch. Still review that, or go back further?
After we do this,
Yes.
I always wanna, I think I'm moving my feet wrong.
After this?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is a very good part because
Plus I can't see you.
Let me back it up one more. So we did our last wrap cracker. So still motion is hard, but I'm still gonna attempt it. We go to the right to turn the toe in, to push off of the right, to punch twice, boom, boom, and then the right foot comes up, and it's a jump. And then when that one comes up, the left hand's between the legs, the right hand's by your shoulder, and you go. Now you slide the hand and the foot in, and then this circles, the left foot comes up, and you go punching down. Okay? Then you pull this back up to a chamber, but it's not a jump. You're here, step, step. Okay? That was the right hand becoming a chamber as the left hand circles out, and you shift to the right as well to do the punch. And that's what's a little convoluted. So, yeah, so from that same position, we just jumped here, boom. Now the next move's not a jump, it's a pick the knee up. It's pick the knee up, and right, left, shift to the right, and punch. Does that make more sense?
It does. I'm stepping back.
Oh yeah, it's so that's a good point. I'm going to assume it's a common error, and if you have a challenge with it, someone else does too. So we've done here, the right foot. To reiterate what he's discovered, is the right foot comes back and takes the place of the left at a diagonal, so that you can then shift to the right, and then sink and shift to the left and punch. Step back into your dragging on the ground and everything else to the end. All right? That's a good tidbit. I hope that creates value for this recording. Okay? Again, or roll it back some more?
Back.
Okay. Let's see what the next part. Did we go? Oh yeah, we did go back. So last time we went back was from the elbow. Okay, we did wipe the sleeve, and we did the elbow, and we did some cloud hands and stuff. So that's kind of rolling it way back, but I think that's still okay. Did Ms. Elmore text me? Oh no. Huh. Try that for a second. Okay, I'll be right back.
From the elbow, or?
No, from the part right before. good practice. Let's go back a little bit further unless you want to look at that again. Okay, so we're going to go from the wipe the sleeve elbow, which leads us into our cloud hands, which is a good transition towards the end. But I'm going to try to review it slowly for everyone here and at home. All right, so we're kind of on this end, and we've come around here, and the elbow. We're not really reviewing that. We're really for this part here. Step behind once, step behind twice. Now this one's an off step, like you step behind, you step behind already, but now when you take your right foot step, you're stepping to the side and back. You're turning and the left hand circles out, but it really isn't meant to do anything. You're just doing this and then doing 2 strikes fast that are palm strikes with the fingers this way, right? It's gonna go boom, boom, okay? So let's do that again. So I'm going to do sideways here, so I'm going towards the camera, so also you guys can see me better without having to come up here and watch. But we've swung our hand here and done the elbow. Keep your balance. And step behind 1, step behind 2, and then notice I'm going to step back a little bit, circle this hand up, right, and then it's 1, 2. And after the 1, 2, you immediately pop. And that right foot replaces the left foot, and you wave to the right, which allows you to step behind with the right twice. Okay? Let's do that one more time from this odd angle. Then I'm going to go from the normal directions, and we'll continue. So we come over here, and we elbowed, and we go behind, step, behind, step back and behind, left, right, left. I didn't do the thing, I went over there. Okay, but then circle as you step right, left. That creates your first cloud. And you step behind right, step behind right. Then when you step here, you're going to reverse out. Yeah, this one's the hard one to see. So I'm going to do it in front of the camera here. So if you want to look, I just landed. You don't have to copy, just look. I just turned around and did right, left. Step behind 1. Step behind 2, being very mechanical here. Then I'm doing a turning, lazy about tying your rope. Yeah, that's hard to follow from that. So let me see how we can do it. We are going to travel that way with my back to the camera and to you guys, and then we'll flip it. So hopefully, this isn't the first time we're doing this. It's probably like the 12th recording class that this section is covered in. So I wouldn't do this on a new class. So if this confuses you watching, take it back. I'm talking about future people. I know certain of you watching now aren't going to be confused. But if you're watching this in the distant future, you need to go back a few videos where I'm not changing directions and confusing things. So we've just come here. I reversed it. I flipped it. So the front is that way. The back is that way. So you just come here and you're right, boom, boom. And you're stepping behind once, stepping behind twice, and then you step here, the left hand goes, the right one follows, and when the right one passes the right leg, the right foot comes up. The right hand goes under the left, and then it flips over, and if you're doing it super slow, the right would go out all by itself, the left would go out all by itself, and then we'd settle in the middle. But it's right, left, so the big turning of the movement goes away. The big turning of the movement goes away. You've done your last cloud here. The left goes, the right goes with the leg, right under left, and 1, 2, settle. Then you can come here and step back, turn, or don't turn. You flip the hands over and step, boom. Commit it back, turn the hands, step, boom. Come back, turn the hands, step, boom. Left hand makes a circle to exit the right. The right foot's pivoted out so that the left foot can crescent, land in a cat stance. Block, palm strike. Block, palm strike. Block, palm strike. Right, left, and then step. Boom, boom. Circle, sink to the right, and punch. And that brings us to our wrap crackers, although we're reversed.
My apologies.
My apologies. All right. So, apparently a lot of Tai Chi terms Siri picks up on. Okay, that was kind of confused and backwards, but hopefully that helps you see it. We're going to go back to the normal orientation so that we can review it to the end. So, here we are with the elbow. Elbow. 1 step. 2 step back. Left, right, left. Pop up. Right, left. Behind 1, behind 2, and reverse it for a lazy belt tying your rope kind of motion. And then back, and here, forward. Here, forward. Here, forward. Left circles to X the right, right foot pivots out. Inside crescent, land in a cat stance like you're ready to, it's like a kung fu cat stance. Block, pump. Block, pump. Block, pump. Right hooks, left toe in, and step. Right, left, and circle, shift to the right, and sink and punch. Cross, wrap cracker 1, turn, wrap cracker 2, wrap cracker 3, reverse sweep, wrap cracker 4, wrap cracker 5, wrap cracker 6, punch, punch, up, bring it in, jump, step, no jump, punch, step back, slide, settle, and jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, step, and kick. Swing it in, and kick. Step, step, wrong. Step, punch. All right. Yeah, you're getting the sequence down. Good job. Okay, let's switch to the fan. I would say let's do the form from the top, but what next class will consist of, because I feel like you're caught up mostly, even if you're not here in person. Next week doesn't matter, that would be my assessment, is that we can do some new movements. Just work on the new movements, because that's what's really good for one recording. You remember, oh, that recording on that date was when he first showed me those movements, and he's walking through real slowly. Then we can do it from the top up through the new movements, next class. So let's go ahead and switch to the fan. Okay, get your fan. We'll take a short break and then switch to the fan. Hello? All right, fan form. So we can follow the same progression here because there are no new moves. Or actually, we can go from the top, because that's what I recall we made it to, is Mr. Haley got caught up on the ending. and you haven't been caught up on the beginning, okay? And that's a great time to review, and I'll review the recording of the master, I forget his name, and we'll still follow his example and pace. But at some point, by the end of the year, you make it your own, right? You like this form, you like to just practice it, you want to do it for a competition or a demo or something, you make it your own. And at that point, it's good to kind of research. This is a modern form, it's not an ancient form. I mean, it's based on ancient forms, but it is definitely modern. I doubt the 19th generation Chen style master fan form, probably not, okay? But for us, why not? And what I'm getting at is if you watch a lot of different recordings of it, you're going to see how other people have interpreted the form and how they made it their own, by still keeping the essence of Chen. So when you transcend it, like your Tiger Crane, if you've been doing it a long time, or your Yang style Tai Chi 108, you know, keep the standard of the school. When I say make it your own, I don't mean like break stop having your head suspended. I think I don't need head suspended. I think I'm going to try having my head looking at the floor the whole time. That's my interpretation. I'm like, no. Think of musicians. Someone else can sing a song and make it their own, perform it, and it's amazing. And it's like, it still needs to be quality. So at least for your practice and for your health. All right, from the top then. Not running the whole form from the top, but let's go to a certain point, and if I don't stop at some point, you can say, let's stop there. Okay, so here we are for reviewing from the beginning. Remember, one finger, and make sure you have room. Cats are put away, dogs are put away, and remember, you step, sink halfway, and then you come up, but only halfway. Now go down all the way. Turn as you come up. Turn the whole body as you come down. Turn the whole body and come up a little bit. And then now we can still turn like all our other Chen forms. And remember, when we get to here, this is a review from the very last recording. We're picking up this back foot. When we do, it's going to cause our shoulders to turn back a little bit because it has to. And then you step. So right now my shoulders are at 45, but to me, I think they feel like they're square to the front. They're not, but it feels like I squared to the front a little bit. Then you settle. Then you pick it back up and turn and sink. And think about the elbow. That's what we ended last class on. Just feel that elbow. Okay? And then stretch, let it naturally close. Step in, circle it in, down, and up, and down. And close it a little. The left hand goes down, the right hand goes by the shoulder. You know, I know you want to do this. You want to do this because that's what we do in all the other forms and our Chan Sijing and everything. But in his form, he comes by his shoulder and he turns out. And by the time the shoulders have turned to the right, 45 degrees approximately, you'll need to pick up that leg. You're going to set the fan in the bend of the elbow. The right palm's up. And we're going to turn to the left. Cradle coming down, circling over, and going out. And so, we need to review that, I think. Let's make sure. And I'll also, actually, try it once on your own. No? No, okay, yeah. That's a good stopping point. Okay, let's, okay, try it from the top and see how far you make it. Okay, try it from the top. I know you can go further, but don't go further than that.
That's right.
Okay. And then we'll, then I'm going to review facing the camera. It's all broken. I didn't want to turn them on. Just wanted to make this all clarified. Charging. So, about like 1 year warning. you're at home, give it a shot too, but only go up as far as what I just demonstrated. Okay, I see where you lost it. It's okay. I'm going to do it again. Now this is not a way to learn the form, I think. Some teachers do teach this from day one, where they do the form correctly, facing their students, and you have to flip it in your head. You do gain the skill. You, at some point, if I only taught that way, you would have to get over it and do it. Okay, I don't think it's optimal. I don't mind catering to students. In the beginning, the only problem with catering to students in the beginning is they expect to be catered to in the middle and at the end and in the black sash class and the advanced black sash class. Right? I slightly deprive you of a skill of learning because I make it like, what's that book called that came out like in the 80s? For dummies, you know? It's like Tai Chi for dummies. But it's like, okay, well, how about Tai Chi for smart people? So, yeah, there's less students. So, here I go. I'm gonna face towards you and let you do it with me. Let's try it, okay? So, what I recommend is this form at this point for me as an instructor is, oh, you know the form, but you can't see some of the details. You know it well enough that you're not gonna really try to copy me, but then you know it well enough, you watch me, you're like, oh, that's what he's doing with his hand there. And you can go, oh, yeah, I'll do that with my hand, even though it's not a mirror. Yeah, so here we are. We're starting at the beginning. We take a step left. We sink down a little bit, and then we allow the hands to float up, but they only come up about halfway, and then everything goes down. Then, watch, I'm gonna circle coming up, and then down, and then up, and then here we are turning. Okay, you don't know it well enough yet. Okay, if you're confused, then you don't know it well enough. We'll turn around in a second. Okay, but you can keep watching for the details then. It's okay to just watch it. Here's what I want you to see on this one is look at the foot. See how it does that? And then it turns. And that turn lets you do that. There's that right hand by the left shoulder. There's that waving out. But as soon as I turn my body enough, I need to shift to the left and pick up that foot. And you see that's underneath like that? Then I'm facing my right, you're facing your right, face your left, sink, and make a counterclockwise circle, then separate the hands to come out. I'm going to do a little bit more since I happen to be facing the camera, and I don't normally face you guys like this. And we'll do one more move. Okay. I'm going to turn back around, and I know what part you couldn't remember after, and we'll keep reviewing that. It's more clear as a review, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So, let's try it again, guys. From here. All right, the finger, remember? And sink and step. Sink halfway, and up. With the hands, down with everything. And up to the left, and down to the right, and turn to the right, and then center, and come up on the left, but don't come all the way up. You want to have your knees still bent. Turn and get ready to pass off the fan. Keep your shoulders and your body oriented towards your right. But then when you pick up this foot, you can't. The way they want to circle the foot in, you're going to have to turn back to bring the foot up. You're going to keep your shoulders there and then settle. Then they come back and pop up. Stretch and step in and down. And up and down. And here. And there it is. Pick it up. scoop it under. Now here's the hard part. Everyone has hard part learning this. That's what I learned 6 months ago when everyone started. The counterclockwise circle, then it separates. The other thing is make sure you feel your weight on the right. Don't have the weight not on the right with a lean, because it seems like you should do that. Make your motion by sinking into that right leg. Okay, and then push up. And then stretch down. Make a clockwise circle. Pass off along the way. Here. And this one comes up instead of to the left. It comes up. And this one takes a hard when you do it. It's like from the Kung Fu. Because, see, in the Tai Chi, we're doing soft like that. But this one's a pop. And where do we do that? In Kung Fu class, we do the move side to side. So it's not really that poppy, but it is in this form. You're feeling like your wrist is firmly blocking something. Yeah. More? That again. That again. Okay. Cool. Shift, shift, so, don't lean, shift, 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 and, okay, and after saying all the shifts, I just noticed something with all those shifts that might help you. So, we have this, and we have the shift, and we have the shift, shift. If you shift to the right here and sink, then when you come up, you're shifting back actually. It's not just, if I was in the middle, I'd do this. But if I'm on the right, and I come here, I do this. You see how that, it's the shift, and the shift, not just the raising up, because it really is here. Yeah? It's your turn. Not on the camera. Okay, no, not yet. Not yet? It's fine. I like this form, so I'll do it. I can do it 100 more times. Let's do it again. Yeah, so let's call it one more time, and then you at home, here, try it once or twice, 3 times on your own, just to kind of see, okay, did I remember that? Okay, yeah. And for performances, and really this is a performance form, wouldn't you agree? I mean, not all Tai Chi's appreciated, just like classical music or some genre of music that not everyone's into. You're like, okay, yeah, I can see they're good at it, I'm not into it. You know, and Tai Chi's real slow, so it's like, to watch it is not as interesting unless you have a real appreciation for it and the performance is good. So what I'm getting at is when you start your form, you want to start it off strong in a performance and clear and clean. And if it's a competition, then doing this section up to what we've been doing today would really be like, whew, yeah, you know, if I'm scoring, I'm like, wow, that's definitely an 8.8 or whatever. And then from there, I have to see it get worse or get really better. And then I'm like, oh no, actually this one's a 9 because they did dragon on the ground and their butt was on the ground. So, we take our step, we sing some more, come up, down, not doing more, right? That's as far as,
No, I thought we did the one,
Well, I
two,
mean,
three,
I
hop.
was doing more for the video.
Oh,
Can you do that much?
No, sir, I need to do it more.
You wanna do it solo or again with me?
Okay.
You try it solo? Okay, cool. Yeah, try it. You don't have to go further than that. Yeah, since I was facing the camera earlier, I'm like, well, since I'm here anyways facing the camera, let me go a little bit further. But yeah, we'll kind of follow Ms. Burns' pace today. So just go up to there, and actually, if you want to go a little bit further like we did, that's fine. Yeah. At home, if you're not practicing, just do the same thing. Practice it a little bit. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Yeah, and that's the hard one. Yeah. We'll review that part again. Okay. Yeah, no, I know. By the way, everyone really struggled with that because it's not like any other form. When we have commonality of motion in the form, it's simple. I don't think we'll have time. I don't want to spend the time doing the whole form today. I want to review that, so we spend that last bit on class doing that. But I do want to point out something. We kind of have these, what I would call soft closes and hard opens, right? But the hard opens are coming from the body as opposed to just flicking the wrist. You can have the strength in your wrist to just flick it. But we also have hard closes, okay? But most of the closes in this form are soft closes. Like towards the end of the form, remember we had that kind of, we did the kick, and then we had a kind of a soft close, a hard open, and then we had a soft close, and so on and so forth. I'm just pointing it out because it's good to know y'all are doing a good job, I'm saying, on the opening. After we go here and we're stepping, and we settle, and we had this hard open, and then we had this, right? It wasn't in here. That wasn't the point of it. The point was, oh, I'm done. The next move is just me resetting the weapon to bring it up again, okay? So, speaking of which, let's go from the Buddha stamp, because that's really where we're looking at. So, from the Buddha stamp, and I'll still face the same direction, we're here, and we have a soft close. And that's a pass-off soft close. Now we've changed hands. Right hand comes up, right hand goes out, right leg picks up. Now here's the part. We kind of shift to the right for a second, but really we're going back to the left. And think about lifting up so that you can start your counterclockwise circle to let the palm go here. And then this feels familiar. Okay, and that's really the only, no other lazy about tying your robe opening in all the Chen forms is like that. It's going the wrong, it's like, wait, he's circling the other way. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time facing that way, and then maybe one more time facing this way, and then one more time from the top up to what we worked on today. Okay? So, one more time this way from Buddha stand. Here. Here we come up. We go straight out. We pick it up. Step. Now we're facing to the right. We need to face to the left. Sink. And let the legs take it in a clockwise. All the way around. One full circle to the shoulder level. And then straight across like any other Chen form. So. Okay. You can watch or try it. Here's the turn and pick it up. And now I'm facing my right. I need to face my left and be on the left to sink and make that full circle counterclockwise. Open horizontally, settle. Okay, you have a recording of it now. Now let's do it from the top up to there and we'll close out. or one or two moves past that. Step, settle, up, halfway, down, all the way. Pop it up, take it down. We really aren't working on pacing yet. We're working on correct form, not correct pacing. But we're getting there on correct pacing. Again, we'll do a couple more moves just to connect it together for next time. Remember what I said here? We're on the right and we shift back to the left. And then forward and punch slowly. And whip it. Lean, lean, lean. And then we have, throw it up into the air. Okay, for another time. That's right before the single whip. All right, let's go ahead and bow out. We're 1 minute before the end, which is a little bit over for live streaming, so the next class can queue up. Beyond the masters who came before us and seek to follow their examples.
About a Grand Master.
Thank you. About a third degree and second degree advanced block/class dismissed.